I gazed after Grace Bonnet in bewilderment. Although I had never been in any doubt that she had always had an eye to her own interests, it had not occurred to me that she could be one of Del Toro's puppets. As Liang Wu vented his anger for all to hear, I rounded up my sailors and ordered them to set sail. But a pallid Finn stopped me, pointing wordlessly to the towering storm clouds looming ahead of Bonnet's ship. Bonnet was heedlessly sailing straight towards them. Presumably, even she feared Del Toro's wrath, to sail into that storm rather than delay the delivery of the artifact. However, I was not prepared to take the risk, so we had no choice but to wait until the tempest had abated. Once the waves had died down again, I took Finn on board, and we and Liang Wu followed in the traitress's wake.
May the gods be praised. We have emerged from the storm unscathed. I shall make my way to my outpost immediately and make some inquiries about Grace Bonnet. We mustn't lose a trace of her.
If Bonnet gives us the slip and actually takes the Eye of the Dragon to Diego del Toro, we must do everything we can to prevent a disaster like the one that befell the Holy City. We must find Grace Bonnet.
You have received a new mission.
Go and ask about Bonnet or Del Toro at every warehouse. I heard that a ship capsized round here during the recent storm. If Bonnet was on board, she may be hiding somewhere nearby.
You have discovered a new island.
Set course! Awaiting orders.
You have sighted new land.
As you command.
Del Toro. I still have a score to settle with that imbecile, but he has successfully eluded me for years. I may be able to help you. Meet me on my island.
Set course! Set course!
You know, I have an excellent relationship with the Lodge. While my third husband was alive, he was one of the most influential Lodge masters. Are you prepared to take my ship's spy on board? The representative from my lodge will help you to search the ships. And will keep an eye on you too, in case you try to come to any arrangements with our enemies.
A mission was accomplished.
There are likely to be some suspicious people on this ship. Prove that you are capable of making a decision and search it.
Awaiting orders. Into the shrouds, men!
We need to ask everyone in the area about Grace Bonnet.
They didn't put up any resistance. But there wasn't anything on board except for a few chests of ship's biscuits.
I have just received alarming news. One of my captains has learned that the course across that reef leads directly to Diego del Toro.
Another ship has been anchored in the trading post harbor. Search that too.
Set course!
You have sighted new land. Your mission.
What? Diego del Toro? Oh, surely he can't be here. My knees are knocking at the mere thought of that tyrant.
You have sighted new land.
Hoist the sails! Ready for action.
Land ahead.
Someone might have fished Grace Bonnet out.
Oh, so Bonnet has put one over on you, has she?
Will the gods show no mercy?
Ahoy! Into the shrouds, men!
I'm inspecting the cargo.
So, the captain surrendered without a fight, did he? Jolly good. There are sufficient goods on board to establish a settlement, so I suggest you take the ship and do just that. We'll make faster headway if we have a base.
Perhaps the lodge will help you in your search. That treacherous Bonnet must be here. My spies suspect that she may have found another ally besides Del Toro.
You have received a new mission.
The fleet is setting sail. We await your order. All ships, hoist sail! The fleet is setting sail.
We're bound to be searching for that perfidious Grace for a long time to come. So we ought to build a warehouse somewhere.
A new island has been sighted.
Move it, man!
We should look for an island that we can use as a base for our search.
All ships have hoisted sail.
The island in the east looks big enough to settle on.
Catch up with all the ships and search them if at all possible. We don't want Bonnet throwing us off the scent, while the Eye of the Dragon is already on its way to Del Toro.
You have some new buildings at your disposal.
Let's have a look at the cargo.
Ahoy!
No stowaways on board. Search of cargo hold underway. Mission completed. The artifact is not on this ship.
Awaiting orders.
We should know more in a few moments. The captain of this ship is smuggling various types of goods, but there's no sign of the artifact. We'll know very soon whether our suspicions were justified.
Captain on the bridge.
Target person and artifact not on board. This ship is clean. I'm currently conducting a thorough investigation of the cargo hold. The captain's papers are impeccable. He's got nothing to do with Bonnet.
Sorry to bother you, but could you spare me some wood? I'm planning to have a ship built.
I'm inspecting the cargo. Whole ship searched. Nothing suspicious located.
Set course!
Let's have a look at the cargo. No stowaways on board.
Make way! Make way!
Search of cargo hold underway. We should know more in a few moments. Mission completed. The artifact is not on this ship. The captain of this ship is smuggling various types of goods, but there's no sign of the artifact.
Into the shrouds, men!
Trading vessel, ahoy!
Set course!
Ahoy! Ready for action.
Trading vessel ahoy! Ready to sail? Where are we going?
Set course!
Ready to sail?
Understood! Well done!
Well? Oh, goody! That's wonderful! I won't forget what you've done for me.
New course!
I don't want to appear pushy, but I would
Oh,
like to-
really?
Ready for action! Captain on the bridge. Set course!
Your choice of buildings has been extended.
Set course! As you command. Hoist the sails! Hoist the sails! As you command. As you command.
A ship is attempting to leave the archipelago. You need to begin your search as soon as possible.
Into the shrouds, men! Make way!
My goodness! One of the ships escaped before we had a chance to search it. We can't afford mistakes like that.
Into the shrouds, men! Ready for action. Hoist the sails! Into the shrouds, men! Hoist the sails! Set course! Hoist the sails!
A production facility has come to a standstill.
We'll know very soon whether our suspicions were justified. Target person and artifact not on board. This ship is clean.
Awaiting orders. Captain on the bridge. Hoist the sails! As you command.
You have received.
Excuse me? Any chance you could help me? Could you sell me some lamp oil? The deliveries have been rather unreliable recently, but I've got to finish my poem.
The first settlers have made themselves at home in your city.
Ready to sail?
When my husband died, under mysterious circumstances, people suspected me of murdering him. But I know who's really behind his death. Diego del Toro.
Please, don't make me wait too long for that lamp oil. The Asians are truly masters in the art of poetry. I'd love to learn to write such beautiful verse, but for some reason, the Asians are so cold towards me.
You have received a new mission.
The Emperor is extremely aggrieved that the artifact has been stolen. Let us attempt to appease him with the finest tobacco products. If you can bring me the goods, I'll reimburse you.
Ready to sail?
Diego del Toro has good reason to avoid me. I vowed to make him pay for his wicked deed. I'll do whatever needs to be done to get rid of him.
If I have to spend any longer writing in the dark, I'll go blind.
Your construction options have increased.
Into the shrouds, men! Set course!
I'm currently conducting a thorough investigation of the cargo hold. Have located a hold full of weapons. The covering letter reveals Diego del Toro as the recipient, but the target object is not on board.
Awaiting orders.
We're ready.
I do hope there are no grounds for complaint.
Captain on the bridge. Hoist the sails!
Where are we going?
Whatever were you thinking? The artifact could have been on board that ship.
Ready for action. Set course!
You have some new buildings at your disposal.
Set course! Hoist the sails! As you command. As you command. Set course! Ready for action. As you command. Hoist the sails! Into the shrouds, men! Set course! Into the shrouds, men! Into the shrouds, men!
The lodge could help us to find more information about Grace Bonnet's hiding place.
We're ready.
I've got a few drops of lamp oil left, but I need more.
Hoist the sails! Set course! Hoist the sails!
A ship is heading for the reef. Hurry up and start the search.
We're ready.
New course! Set course!
Where are we going?
As you command. As you command. Into the shrouds, men!
That is 3 ships that have slipped through our fingers now. I pray to God that Grace Bonnet wasn't on board.
Where are we going?
In case you need any help, tell me if it was too expensive.
Well done!
We're ready.
You can now carry out research.
I really think we could do with the Lodge's help. I don't fancy our chances searching for Bonnet without a lodge.
Start searching soon before that trading vessel gives us the slip.
Ahoy!
I'm inspecting the cargo.
The captain is hiding something. Maybe he has the artifact.
Ready for action! Ready to fire?
Did it ever occur to you that Grace Bonnet could have been on that ship? I see you have strengthened your links with the Lodge. I'm sure your spy will be able to unearth something about the traitress's whereabouts. Start watching all the islands right away before the traitoress escapes from under your nose with the sacred artifact.
A supply of goods is running low.
I'll get you the information you need before you know it. Mission aborted. Castelli's clean. As far as our target and the Eye of the Dragon are concerned, at least.
We mustn't let this setback discourage us. Let's deal with Hendrik Jorgensen's island.
I'll try to find out as much as possible.
There is a shortage of a certain type of goods.
Mission accomplished. Our target is staying with Jorgensen, pretending to be a damsel in distress, although she's so stultified from enduring Jorgensen's atrocious poetry that we can take our time planning the capture operation.
Madame Nadaski is bound to know how to get hold of Bonnet unnoticed. But I don't expect she'll help us unless we're allied with her.
Thanks to you and that little villain Grace Bonnet, I've picked up Del Toro's scent again. I won't. You wish? You know, I have an excellent relationship with the Lodge. While my third husband was alive, he was one of the most influential Lodge masters.
New course!
A volcanic eruption is devastating an island.
We're ready.
When my husband died, under mysterious circumstances, people suspected me of murdering him. But I know who's really behind his death. Diego del Toro. Not so hard, is it? This won't get you anywhere.
I'm honored by your visit.
Who dares disturb me?
Search that ship right away, before it escapes over the reef.
Ahoy!
Game back up.
Let's have a look at the cargo.
Ready for action. Set course!
Captain's papers are impeccable. He's got nothing to do with mine.
There is a shortage of a certain type of goods.
One of my trading vessels is long overdue, very inconvenient, as it has a chest containing valuable items on board.
Hoist the sails! Ready for action. As you command.
So, it was you that found my missing ship. The cargo appears to be intact. I assume that you will bring my property to me unharmed.
A supply of goods is running low.
Have you come to give me my property? Thank you for bringing back my cargo. My confidence in you is gradually beginning to grow. I shall allow you to conduct... Good thinking. Very clear. You're so easy to see through.
We must convince Madame Nadaski of the benefit.
Captain on the bridge. As you command.
Research completed.
Awaiting orders. Ahoy! Set course!
A ship is attempting to leave the archipelago. You need to begin your search as soon as possible. Search of cargo hold underway.
Captain on the bridge.
Ye gods, don't let that ship get away.
A supply of goods is running low.
Awaiting orders. As you command. Set course! Make way!
Search into a new lodge activity completed.
If Bonnet manages to smuggle the artifact out of the region, the Emperor will have us beheaded.
Ready for action.
I can hear the coins jingling already.
Into the shrouds, men!
Don't give up. We need an alliance with Madame Nadaski.
I'll relieve them of a few coins.
There is a shortage of a certain type of goods.
Diego del Toro has good reason to avoid me. I vowed to make him pay for his wicked deed. I'll do whatever needs to be done to get rid of him.
Feel free to stop for a break.
The better our reputation with Madame Nadaski, the sooner she will consent to join the Alliance.
A ship is heading for the reef. Hurry up and start the search. We should know more in a few moments.
Ahoy!
Stop them! The Eye of the Dragon could be on board.
Awaiting orders.
Ye gods! What if the Eye of the Dragon was on that ship?
I found a way for you to show your appreciation for my help. Those weapons you captured. I can use them to arm a fleet so that we can get rid of Diego del Toro once and for all.
Ready to sail? Where are we going?
Have you brought the weapons? You may deliver more weapons to me if you have no use for them.
Ready to sail?
Set course! We must convince Madame Nadaski of the benefits an alliance would bring.
Ready to sail?
New course!
A workshop cannot find any more raw materials.
Start searching soon before that trading vessel gives us the slip. We'll know very soon whether our suspicions were justified.
Ahoy!
Whole ship searched. Nothing suspicious located.
Some citizens have moved into your city.
Don't give up. We need an alliance with Madame Nadaski.
Your construction options have increased. There is a shortage of a certain type of goods.
Ready to sail?
Good. And these weapons were meant for Del Toro, were they?
Trading vessel, ahoy!
Search that ship right away, before it escapes over the reef. I'm currently conducting a thorough investigation of the cargo hold. No stowaways on board.
The better our reputation with Madame Nadaski, the sooner she will consent to join the alliance.
Your choice of buildings has been extended.
vessel ahoy!
There is a shortage of a certain type of goods.
A ship is attempting to leave the archipelago. You need to begin your search as soon as possible. I'm inspecting the cargo. Mission completed. The artifact is not on this ship.
Trading vessel ahoy! Trading vessel ahoy!
Well done! Well done!
We must convince Madame Nadaski of the benefits an alliance would bring.
A production facility has come to a standstill.
Ready to sail? Trading vessel ahoy!
Research into a special action completed.
I'm going to cut open some purses in the marketplace.
There are no goods being transported on one of the trading routes. A supply of goods is running low. Ship completed.
We're ready. Where are we going?
I'll relieve them of a few coins.
A ship is heading for the reef. Hurry up and start the search.
Ahoy!
Let's have a look at the cargo.
As you command.
Watch out. That captain's making himself scarce.
Don't give up. We need an alliance with Madame Nadaski.
Pull yourself together. We can't risk the artifact being smuggled out of the area.
Your construction options have increased. A production facility has come to a standstill. A supply of goods is running low.
I'll stop Del Toro's arms deals. The fewer weapons delivered to Del Toro, the better.
The better our reputation with Madame Nadaski, the sooner she will consent to join the Alliance.
Have you got a proposal for me? How can I help you?
On behalf of the Emperor, you may speak.
Start searching soon before that trading vessel gives us the slip.
Awaiting orders. Make way!
Search of cargo hold underway. The captain captain of this ship is smuggling various types of goods, but there's no sign of the artifact.
Hoist the sails!
Every chest of weapons you bring me is one in the eye for Del Toro.
One of your workshops is no longer producing goods. A new building has been researched.
Perhaps Bonnet will come out of hiding if Del Toro's weapon consignments are intercepted.
Understood!
Where are we going?
We must convince Madame Nadaski of the benefits an alliance would bring.
Where are we going?
We should know more in a few moments. Target person and artifact not on board. This ship is clean.
Trading vessel, ahoy! Ready to sail?
Well done! Aye, aye!
Have you actually... My word! You're my salvation! Here.
I'm going to cut open some purses in the marketplace.
Are those emeralds? I don't suppose they are for sale, are they? A fine set of emeralds is one thing my collection lacks. You like to sell me? Oh, look at these stones. They are flawless. You are really starting to grow on me. So I'd like to reimburse you for your efforts too.
I'll relieve them of a few coins.
Aye, aye! Set course!
Don't give up. We need an alliance with Madame Nadaski.
Are these the Let's hope that this gift will put the Emperor in a more lenient mood. Take this jewelry as a token of my gratitude. It's one of the few personal possessions that I was able to salvage from the ruins of the Holy City.
We will see what it's worth. And these weapons were meant for Del Toro, were they? That's exquisite jewelry that you're wearing. My third husband had something very similar. Are you giving those jewels to me? I never would have... Thank you so much for this generous gift. I shan't forget this if you ever need my help again. Speak. We understand one another. I deem it necessary to form Very nice. I strongly recommend that you smuggle this traitor onto Jorgensen's island. Since that woman evidently works for Del Toro, I wholeheartedly agree that she needs to be captured, and that snivelling wretch Jorgensen will be none the wiser. Get the traitor to infiltrate Jorgensen's island. We need to know which building Grace Bonnet has entrenched herself in.
You have received a new mission.
Ready to sail?
Thanks to you and that little villain Grace Bonnet, I've picked up Del Toro's scent again. I won't let him get away this time.
Where are we going?
Your proposal?
Where are we going?
Mission accomplished. Jorgensen fished our target out of the water after the storm. He's been following around like a puppy ever since, showering her with his love rhymes. It wasn't hard to entice her to a secluded market building with the promise of a cheap passage on a ship.
We can't let this opportunity pass us by. Let's destroy the market building and put an end to Bonnet's wheeling and dealing.
You have been entrusted with a new mission. Unit recruited.
Let's go. New course!
So, what are you saying? You come here claiming that Grace, my angel, my muse no less, is a lying thief? A thieving liar? Well, that just can't... that mustn't be right.
You would never have found me if it hadn't been for Jorgensen's loathsome poems. Just don't expect me to hand over the Eye of the Dragon without a fight. Feel free to try taking it from Diego. That is, assuming you survive this.
There are ships and troops awaiting your orders at my warehouse. It's high time that woman was caught. I refuse to allow you to ruin my only hope of tracing Del Toro.
Set course!
We must stop Bonnet handing the Eye of the Dragon over to Del Toro. Heavens, no! The ship has escaped. We don't even know if the artifact was on board.
The troops are ready!
I'll stop Del Toro's arms deals.
Where are we going?
Aye, aye!
We're ready.
Ahoy! As you command.
Fall in. Company, march.
Captain on the bridge.
Where are we going?
Ready for action. Into the shrouds, men! The army is ready for battle.
Ready to sail?
What's up?
Trading vessel, ahoy!
Captain on the bridge.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
The fleet is ready!
If Grace Bonnet gives us the slip, it won't be long before Del Toro gets his hands on the artifact.
One of your workshops is no longer producing goods.
What's up? Will be done.
A production facility has come to a standstill. Your troops are under attack.
Destroy the enemy! All troops, forward march! Go, go, go!
One of your workshops is no longer producing goods. A mission was accomplished.
That's enough fun and games. I've got an artifact to deliver. Diego will be delighted. And this ship that Hendrik had built for me is suitable compensation for all the inconvenience. You know, I love fools. Whatever you do to them, you never need to feel bad. Cheerio. Have a nice life.
To lose the artifact once may be regarded as a misfortune. To lose it twice looks like carelessness. I'm on board the fleeing ship. We'll let you know where targets Bonnet and Del Toro have their main bases. Better prepare for war.